Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles, and today I wanted to share with you guys another Shikishi or display board origami project that you can do. Just taking some fun paper that you might have around the house and combining that with a traditional crane origami. Now a Shikishi is, just like I said, it's a design board that we use in Japan for calligraphy and artwork, paintings, and of course origami as well. It's a lot like mat board. It's just a really thick, strong board, and it's usually white. I've put some washi, or a really nice origami paper, over the top here. This is always a great way to use paper that you have that you don't want to necessarily fold because it's so pretty. It's a nice way to kind of show off something that you might have that's a special piece. This is a standard size shikishi, and the paper that I bought is a standard size paper, and it was just a little bit longer and a tiny bit wider than this board. So if you get your hands on some paper like that, it will work really nice for this kind of a project. And then what I'm going to do today is just make a really nice celebratory kind of image. Cranes are a really common image, of course, in Japan. We use them for when we're celebrating pretty much everything. Weddings, the birth of a baby, the new year, really you see it throughout everywhere. So it's it's been really common, of course, because we just celebrated New Year's, and now we have Hina Matsuri coming in March, which is a great time to have all the beautiful Hina dolls out, and you see lots of these kinds of images of cranes and things to celebrate a little girl. And then also we have Kids Day in May, and that's when all kids, but mostly boys, are celebrated during that time. So it's just a really common image, and I thought, what the heck, we should do this while we have a chance and kind of celebrate it a little bit. So I just used that really nice red, which is a really good celebratory image. And then I had some really pretty paper that I had got, actually, this is kind of random, but it was made by prison people, so kind of cool, right? And sold as part of as sort of like an alternative to making license plates, right? And it's just a really pretty paper. It has nice little flecks of gold and silver in it, and I think I've done an unboxing of this before, but it comes in lots of colors. There's this pale blue, yellow, pink, and green, and then at the very end is white. And I just thought, with the white bits of color in the background of this paper, making the white cranes would look really pretty. And then I'm going to make this kind of 3D, where I just sort of glue down just the topmost wing. You know, you get your finished crane, and normally you poof things out and curl the wings down, but I'm just going to keep things kind of geometric and keep things like this, where I can kind of have a little place I can tack this down and keep the three birds. Now the paper itself started off being about 12.5 by 12.5, and I just made three that were slightly different in size. This one's this straight up 12.5 by 12.5, and this one's about 12 by 12, and then this is 11.5 by 11.5. So you kind of get like a little family of birds here. And this could be a great gift to a family. You could have as many cranes as there are in a family, for example, just to tell them, congratulations to moving to a new house or something like that. It's always a fun thing to do like that. So I'm just going to kind of randomly glue these down here, and then you're pretty much done. I'll have a link to remind you guys, if you don't know how to make the crane, then you'll know to go back to that to kind of refresh your memory. But you certainly could flatten everything out and keep it all glued down onto the board if that's your preference. I kind of like having things 3D where stuff kind of pops off of the board. I think that always looks cool, so I'm just going to... The trouble with this kind of paper, it's not really a trouble, but I can't really put my stamp or my signature on it because there's not really any place where it'll show up. So I just leave it kind of to be this little pretty sort of image instead here. But when you're finished, you might get something that kind of looks like this, which is just a nice way to kind of showcase a traditional crane on some really pretty paper if you happen to have some. Wrapping paper can work great too. You don't have to have fancy origami paper always necessarily. I think it looks super pretty if you have like the really pretty wedding paper that we sell in the States for gift wrapping wedding gifts, and then put some of these in just lots of different shades and kind of colors of white could look really pretty. So, and that's a great congratulatory thing. The cranes are a perfect image of that for wishing for a happy marriage too. So just lots of ideas. And I'll hope to have some more fun things like this to share with you guys in the future. Thank you again always so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.